Um, Thanks for coming out and hearing these stories. My name is Eddie Brennan. Um, and I want you to know, though I was a middle child, I was a pretty happy kid. Um, I was an MVP athlete and a straight A student. My junior year, the University of Texas School of Architecture accepted me. And the summer between my junior and senior years, I met Megan and finally did it. We were 16, and it turned out to be awesome. Like roller coasters, butterflies, you know how it. I knew immediately why nobody admits to virgins how it feels. And I saw the universe, like all of it, and it was beautiful. But it turns out also a bit of a trickster. And it's not like I wasn't warned. Around this time, I couldn't leave the house without my mom screaming at the back of my head, "I'm not ready to be a grandmother." Moms, always thinking ahead. We broke up a couple of weeks later. We lived in small towns 10 miles apart. What went on for her outside of Silver Creek was a mystery to me. And I later found out I wasn't the only one in the dark. About 6 months after that first night, Megan collapsed at the bus stop and was rushed to Lakeshore Medical, where one of the ER nurses was my mom. And the doctor did something that evidently nobody had done in some time. They unzipped Megan's puffy winter coat. And when I got home from school that day, my mom assaulted me with a manila folder that was a stolen medical record. And I don't mean to point the finger, but that's a felony. Read it. Okay. And I'm like looking like Megan O'Brien, emergency, distended abdomen, fetal heartbeat. What? What is happening? I can still see the look on my mom's face. She is not confused like me. She is scared and ashamed. She said they had to airlift her to Buffalo to do an emergency surgery. They had to end the pregnancy. I stumbled down the corridor of Buffalo General Children's Hospital and made it into Megan's room, and she was on the bed and she barely said 2 words to me. She handed me a Polaroid picture and my world disappeared. I found myself in the neonatal intensive care unit in front of an incubator, and inside, like a ball of medical tape and tubes in the shape of a tiny premature baby. Somebody drove me home. I was like, "Mom, sorry." But can a fetus really live in the world after 24 weeks? And who loses their virginity and fathers a child at the same time? We get a lawyer. We request a blood test, and we sit back and wait for an answer that never comes. Months go by. Graduation is nearing. I'm supposed to leave for college, but I can't. Not with the Polaroid in my nightstand. I take it outside and I light a match, but it goes out. I do another and another. Don't do it. I use my body to create a pocket of still air, and the flames are so colorful as the Polaroid disappears. Of course, the shame did not disappear. That was placed in my chest. It came with me to Texas. I'm going to go over. And I missed the first 18 months of my son's life, and that stung. Matt, he's married now. He and his wife just bought a house, which they moved into a couple weeks ago, day before his 33rd birthday. He's a bright light in my life. He's a gift to the human race, and you are welcome. And thank you. I'm so glad that's over.